There's a real dichotomy going on right now. I think there's a part of the church, the body, that's really fallen prey to a lot of the old lies of the enemy, the old bag of tricks that he has. There's a lot of greasy grace, a lot of pursuing celebrity status, notoriety, ambition has become celebrated, and it's not producing any fruit in the kingdom. There's also a remnant, a group of people, as it seems there always is, that are really right now rising up and voicing the true gospel and the heart of God for our nation and for the world. And there's just so many people out there who many have been in churches where the move of the Holy Spirit is not present anymore, and they're just dry, and they're searching for something fresh and new. And I believe I saw recently in my spirit like a pendulum beginning to swing back away from the relevant seeker message into a more powerful and dynamic, convicting message of the gospel. And so that you kind of got those two streams running parallel, almost like when you had Israel and Judah, and Israel was kind of serving a false god, and Judah was still serving the Lord, and they had their own priest, and then they had the Levites in Judah, and they were both doing their thing, but one was really after the heart of God. And I believe that Celebrate USA is just an expression of what God is beginning to do in the nation. Celebrate America, the word that came to me this morning as I was on my way to the airport was historic. It's a landmarker. It's something, when you're here in Washington, D.C., you see landmarks everywhere. In fact, we saw the house earlier that James Madison moved into when the White House got burned down in the War of 1812. That's a landmark. And there's nothing special about the house structurally. It's just what it stood for. And this is not just another meeting or another gathering or another conference. This is a stake in the ground that says at this moment, at this time, this group of people came together and said, it's time for God to move again in the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's time for liberty to rise again, and religious freedom, the gospel to be heralded, the move of God's Spirit to once again be released, because I believe we're right here at the end of time, and we are preparing a generation for the return of the Lord. And Celebrate USA is leading the way in that. Pastor Rodney, as always, is moving with the Spirit of God, flowing in the river of God, and plowing the ground for what God is doing and about to do in a special way.